Hi, this is Leo with Crab and Moon, and I'm going to do a special New Year Oracle video for you. So this is going to be a bit different than other videos. I'm going to use the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, Messages from Your Spirit Guides it's called. I've used this before, but what I'm going to do this time is pick 5 different spirit animal cards and show them to the camera and have each viewer pick the card out of the 5 without seeing the actual card. Pick the one that you're most drawn to. I'm going to number them 1 to 5, and you can either pick one that's a lucky number or pick one that your eye is drawn to or that you feel compelled to know more about. Once you pick your animal, I'll go through each one and explain what each animal card has to offer you for the coming new year, 2018, and that will be your spirit animal for 2018. And each of these animals has some really good advice, guidance, just a general idea of what some of the prominent energies and priorities are going to be for you for the next year, and that can be sort of your spirit animal that will guide you with all of its wisdom into all of the coming challenges and celebrations that the new year will bring. So, pick 5 cards. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these are the cards. So pick the one that you feel is calling to you or is choosing you. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So hopefully you've decided on one. If you picked number 1, your spirit animal is the Ladybug, and this is a really positive, uplifting, awesome card to get for the new year. The Ladybug says that this is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all good things in your life. So if you pick number 1, your year is going to be very exciting. A lot of new things are going to be coming to you, material opportunities, but also emotional and spiritual abundance, a lot of exciting, happy times. But the thing is, the advice that the Ladybug is giving to you is that you have to be open to receiving abundance. You have to feel that you are worthy, that you deserve new opportunities and happiness and a sort of change of fortune. Maybe you've had a tough few years and you feel like that's how your life is going to go from now on. But the Ladybug says if you're willing to accept new, happy times ahead and tell yourself that you deserve material abundance, opportunities, fulfillment, all of these things, then you will have it and you will be able to enjoy it and you will have a very exciting sort of new beginning type of year. Okay, if you picked number 2, you got the cat. Very cute. What the cat is telling you for 2018 is that it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. So if you've ever owned a cat, you know that they're very independent. They do things their own way. They can be stubborn. But this is what you need to be for the next year. You really need to be independent this year, and this will be a year for you where you're sort of striking out on your own. Maybe you're moving away from family, or you're relying less on approval from the outside world to feel happy and successful. So the cat is asking you throughout 2018, this is not something that's going to come super easily, but it's something that you'll need to work at throughout the year. And if you picked number 2, what you're going to need to do is to work on independence and work on knowing that you can solve your own problems, you can answer your own questions, you just have to believe in yourself, and it's okay to lean on people that matter to you and ask for advice and opinions, but the cat is saying that it's really time to stop being over-dependent and to stop relying on others for your happiness, for your success, for approval. So it's time to make your own decisions, be okay with choosing your own path, and it's something that will take some work, but through this year I think you'll become a lot more independent and proud of your own path that led you to this point. If you picked number 3, you got the grouse. So you have this bird as your 2018 spirit animal, and what he has to say is that express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. So this can also just mean that you should be more active this year, you should be more creative, and you should have more fun. So for 2018, if you picked card number 3, your main message, your main purpose or advice this year is to be active, whatever that means for you, to get out there, to have fun, to celebrate, exercise, find a new hobby, a passion, learn to dance. If you like to sing and play music, do it more, share it with others. Don't be afraid to let loose. Maybe you've been hiding some of your talents or been too afraid to have fun because you're too worried about taking care of everything. But the grouse, if you pick number 3, is telling you that you need to express yourself more creatively. Don't worry too much about what others think of you. Find fun and enjoyment in creative, artistic endeavors. Be yourself. Just have more fun this year. Let loose. Be more active. Find something that is good for you and gives movement to your life that doesn't feel like work. So you might take up a new sport, class, or start going to the gym or do yoga, whatever it is that makes you feel like you're having fun, you're letting loose, and you're expressing yourself. If you picked number 4, your spirit animal for 2018 is the goose. And the goose says, take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. So if you pick the goose, that means that your energy the past year or even longer has been one of too much pressure and stress on yourself. You might be a very ambitious and successful person, and you might have put in a lot of work the past couple years to be where you are, but the next coming year, 2018, is not about that anymore. It's about accepting where you are now and just relaxing. Taking a year to step back, to rest, to really focus on self-care rather than work and accomplishments. It's more time to work on your inner self rather than everything going on in your outside world, so your job, your house, any type of achievements you've really been pushing yourself on, being a parent, whatever it is that you've been really striving to be good at. This year, it's just time to take care of yourself and relax and do what brings you joy. You need time to rest and recuperate, or you're never going to reach your highest potential because you'll be burnt out and exhausted. So if you really want to achieve all your goals in the next few years, this year make sure you take time to rest and take care of yourself. But of course you have to balance that in moderation with also working hard and doing what you need to do. Just make sure you take the time for self-care. And finally, if you picked number 5, your spirit animal is the boar. And he says, face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. So you might come across some obstacles this year, or you might have been dealing with a lot of obstacles the past year or more. The boar is saying you really have to find that inner confidence, that inner bravery that everyone has. Some people just don't know how to find it, or they ignore their own confidence or their own intuition, and this is saying you have the ability to overcome things that might seem insurmountable. So you need to find a way in the coming year to dig deep and find some of that inner courage that everyone has available to them, and you'll be fine. You'll overcome anything that comes your way if you're able to do this. If you're able to tell yourself, I can do this, I will do this. I don't know how yet, but I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to find a solution. I'm going to reach my goals. I'm going to be successful. It helps just to use this kind of talk every day, and the more you do it, the more it becomes a reality. And then obstacles that seemed really scary before are somehow not scary anymore, and you're able to overcome them because you believed that you could. And if you do that, the universe gives you some help in overcoming these things. So your main message for 2018, if you picked card number 5, is to just face your problems, be fearless, and you'll be okay. You'll overcome anything that life throws at you. So I hope you enjoyed your spirit animal message. Remember that the animals and nature all around us have a lot to teach us, and that's why I love these cards so much. So hopefully if you keep these these messages of advice in mind for the coming year, you'll have a successful year, you'll be able to overcome anything that's a little bit difficult, and you'll really grow and reach all of your goals. So Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week.